Chris, you'll receive your very own complimentary Pelican Beach Towel.
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Pelican along with your issues and seat location to 5555. Our organization will respond to your pressure concern if you know. The National Basketball Association and the New Orleans Pelicans are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing out, attempting to enter the court, or interrupting.
Coming right up, the Pelicans taking on the Warriors. For the New Orleans Pelicans, it's been a disappointing first half of the season. Can they turn things around, starting with a win tonight? Warriors, Pelicans, coming right up. Hi everyone and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is game 3 of the NBA Cup, a vital group stage contest. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Let's take a look at the numbers for DeJounte Murray.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Butler out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's MP. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. And for the Pelicans, Murray out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Olynyk in at the center position. You look at the Pelicans, they've split their first 2 games in the NBA Cup. They have a 1-1 record in the group stage.
And with this being game 3 of 4 in group stage, they 100% need this win tonight. So expect the home crowd to be pretty rowdy.
And as for the Warriors, they are off to a strong start in this NBA Cup, winning their first 2 games of the group stage.
Yeah, they've set themselves up nicely, but they can't get too comfortable. They need to win out in order to ensure their spot in the knockout round.
And a lot of talk this year about MP and his sights set on securing the NBA Cup for his team. It really adds a bit of intrigue and drama to what's already become a fan favorite here in the early goings of the NBA season.
Yeah, as if we needed any more drama. MP, I think, draws a lot of attention to himself with his expectations and goals, but I admire that he puts his vision into reality and isn't afraid to tell the world what he wants to achieve. MP always seems to find a way to give us must-watch NBA action.
Now here's MP. Coming off a terrific game against Atlanta. MP, a screen on Olynyk. On the wing, MP. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. Here's New Orleans. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Brett, one area where Zion Williamson continues to improve is as a passer.
OBA, he's cut down his turnovers while more than doubling his rate of assists. And to me, that's just familiarity, getting on the court more consistently and not being injured. I mean, he's going to build and compound on that experience. So starting to make plays is starting to show for Zion.
Here's Murray, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. He's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
Curry against Murray. Three-pointer. Drains the triple. Murray's got 7. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. MP, a screen on Murray. Here's Curry for 3. The Pelicans pull it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
What a finish by DeJounte Murray. Wow.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Butler. There's a screen by Kuminga. The drive by Butler. Just 5 on the clock. MP, the pass to Kuminga. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
3 points.
Kuminga hits enough of those to keep you honest.
And so Murray will bring it up for New Orleans. Down low. Here's Williamson. Rebounded by Butler.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Outside Curry. Pass to MP. Kuminga with it. Covered by Williamson. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Shoots over Brown. Curry, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Williamson. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from Kuminga. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Olynyk against Butler. Banked it in off the glass.
Jimmy Butler has great patience to go along with that strength to operate in the pick and roll.
Pass to Olynyk. Now here's Murray. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Great concentration for DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to visit with Willie Green.
Talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, a fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. Passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Ryan.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Williamson. 29 points for him last game against Cleveland. Brown can't hit.
Defensively, pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Oh, he's on the attack, hitting 6 of his last 7.
MP outside. Here's Jackson Davis. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here's a peek at the current NBA Cup standings for you here in the middle of the group round.
And at this point, it's still very much a mystery who's going to make it all the way to that NBA Cup championship game. A lot of basketball left to play.
Now here's Alvarado, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's Boston. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. The drive by MP.
And MP knows that good things happen when you put pressure on the defense. And this time, it leads to a foul.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. No good on the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both. To the inside. Looney grabs a miss. The Warriors have gone 6 of 11 so far. MP, the pass to Payton. Outside Podziemski. On the wing, MP. Here's Post. Deflected. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Jones. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Outside Payton. Back to MP. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Kind of a simple job for Looney out there, but he's willing to do it. Gets into the middle and fights for that ball.
Alvarado outside. Here's Lisi. He's scoreless. A shot by Boston, no good. MP scanning the floor. Here's Post. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. And now it's a 4-point Warrior lead. And that does it for the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Then there's Jose Alvarado, and it's Boston in at the shooting guard. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Kuminga, and here's Butler outside. The 3 dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Boston pass to Williamson, and here's Alvarado. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. And Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Now here's Butler. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Atlanta. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Williamson. Shoots over Kuminga. Williamson with the bucket. Williamson's got his first bucket in this one.
And not just a threat from interior or around the rim. Williamson can also hurt you from the mid-range.
Here's MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Williamson passes to Boston. Outside Jones. To the paint. Zion packs it home.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Brent, Herb Jones looks like he might be the next elite perimeter defender.
Well, he's been amazing in the early part of his career. He closes out his space so well on people, in control and balanced, able to catch guys' first move. He is asked to guard the primary offensive wing on a nightly basis, and Herb Jones is up to the challenge.
Olenek's checked in for the Pelicans. Murray comes in for Boston. Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Podziemski. Williamson with it. Jackson Davis picks him up. Back to Jones.
I got yours.
Outside Olenek. The 3 is up. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Warriors, in second now, but wanting to claim that top seed. And of course, there's the Pelicans, 6 games behind.
Well, I think for Golden State, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
Now here's MP, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Butler with the bucket.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
And so Murray will bring it up for New Orleans. Trailing by 2. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Clock at 4. Here's Hield. Good work there as it goes. And the Warriors lead by 4.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Curry inside. He's covered by Curry. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And Graham, one thing we've seen so far with the NBA Cup tournament, it's been an absolute blast for the fans.
Yeah, BA, it's the ideal way to...
So it's the Golden State Warriors in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We'll be right back after this word.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
Well, looking at the Warriors, the season is still in its infancy, but they've got the firepower and they're playing with great effort.
You just want to see them stay hungry all season long. They're good, but I think they can take it to another level.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Warriors. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Jimmy Butler, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's MP in at the shooting guard position. And Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
MP against Brown. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Pelicans trail by 10. You know, not too many teams have the stability and head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. There's been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Jackson-Davis, the three-pointer off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Outside Murray. Shot clock at 5. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Stephen Curry.
Murray continuing to put pressure on the defense as he's finding a way to get to the free throw line.
Second free throw, no good. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Screen by Olynyk. Lets it go. And again, New Orleans no good. The Warriors lead by 12. Throws it up high. And stolen by Williamson. Butler passes to Curry. From deep, MP. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
And MP providing some spacing with that three-pointer.
Murray looking around. They double him with MP. Pass to Olynyk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, New Orleans no good.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
You got the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a 1 of 1. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, "Your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it." Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. MP right side. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. Murray's shot is good.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Murray against Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside Butler. Butler unfazed.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for New Orleans. 15-point game. Warriors with the rebound. Kuminga's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jackson Davis in the high post. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap.
We got this.
Warriors will go with a different look here. Kuminga, he's checked in for Looney. Jimmy Butler comes in for Payton. MP's checked in for Hield. And it's Stephen Curry in for Pajemski. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Then there's Jose Alvarado, and it's Misi in at the 5 down low. That's the Pelicans 5. Elbow shot. MP no good.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Williamson outside. Pass to Misi. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Outside Curry. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Pass to Boston. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Misi. Williamson right side. Over Kuminga. Williamson no good. Warriors lead by 14. Butler on the wing. Back to Jackson Davis. From deep, MP. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Misi's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Williamson. Excellent D there from Kuminga.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And here's Butler outside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Nice to see Butler drain the 3 ball. This really opens up the rest of his game.
Alvarado outside. Back to Williamson. Pass to Boston. There's the triple. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. MP a screen on Williamson. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. Substitution for your Bullets.
On defense, the Pelicans. Trailing by 17. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Kuminga. Takes the 3. Pelicans cleared away.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Williamson against Butler. Pass to Olynyk. Williamson outside. Launches a 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Outside Olynyk. Pass to Brown to win the drought. Fires in the triple.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
The Warriors lead by 16. Right side Butler. Had the space there, but it's offline.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Outside Olynyk. Pass to Williamson. Fires the 3. Brown, no good. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. MP a screen on Murray. Curry, he's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Well, the D has to pressure Curry at all times. You can't let him shake free for a jumper.
Murray with it. Kick out to Brown. Clock at 6. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Murray, no good. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the 4th quarter. Curry passes to MP. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Curry. From deep. Hauled in by Brown. Pelicans trail by 18.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Warriors.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Stephen Curry.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
And he ends up missing both free throws. And it's a complete... And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. That win brings them to a 3-0 start for the group play stage of the NBA Cup.
And now they're focused on getting a clean sweep over their group before moving on to knockout rounds.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill.
huge moment on the show today as I am ready to unveil my ultimate NBA Dynasty rankings.
All right, I mean, it took you long enough.
Actually, he brought this up 2 weeks ago.
Finally, Toby says something useful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it would have taken me 20 minutes, but maybe that's because I know how to ball.
No one knows more than me, Russell,
Whatever.
about anything.
Oof, that is patently false.
And you can patently shut it.
That doesn't make sense.
Maybe not, Toby. I'm not a book boy like you, but I am a knower of ball, and I am ready to unveil my dynasty list.
All right, just say it already. Do we need a drum roll?
All right, here we go. In reverse order, please hold your applause until the end. Number 9, Hakeem's Rockets.
I like that. I like that.
Number 8, Isaiah's Bad Boy Pistons. Number 7, LeBron's Big 3 Heat. Number 6, Birds Big 3 Celtics. Number 5, Steph's Warriors. Number 4, Duncan's Spurs. Number 3, Kobe's Lakers. Number 2, Magic's Showtime Lakers. And number 1.
I mean, it's
You
obviously
guys ready?
Jordan's Bulls.
Jordan's Bulls.
Wrong! It's Jordan's Bulls!
Yeah, that's what I said.
No spoilers, Russ.
We both said it already.
We could debate the definition of spoiler all day long, but what I want to know is, what do you think?
I mean, quite frankly, it's a shockingly coherent list, especially for you, Jalen. But, you know, I think some of the placement is debatable.
Nobody cares, Toby. Russ, what do you think? You're a hooper. How'd I do?
Honestly, I think my biggest thing is Duncan Spurs. You know, I feel like you put him a little high.
What about 5 championships? Don't you understand,
No, I know.
Russell?
It's how long it took to get him. You know, it was
Duncan's first championship came in 1999, and his last was in 2014. That's a 16-year span.
Right, and the Warriors, who you put below them, won 4 in 9 years. I mean, I could even make it the case for the Celtics being more dominant, winning 3 and 7, including 5 finals appearances and going up against those great Lakers teams. Plus, I might put Larry over Steph if we're keeping it 100.
Look, those are interesting points you both make. It's clear you spent a lot of time thinking about this, and for that, I commend you. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this, but you're both unbelievably wrong and stupid.
Okay, we don't need to make it personal, Jalen. It's okay to disagree.
Everything is personal, Russ. This is war.
Pretty sure this is a TV show.
That it is, Toby, which means it's time for a quick commercial break. Back with more Jalen Murphy Show after this.
Night, MP.
That's right, MP. They can't stop you.